I don't have the same issue. Hi, welcome to Sister Shenanigans with Alicia and Katina. I'm Alicia. This is Katina. Katina, Alicia.
Apparently I'm not talking. Okay.
I would never. Well, I do that. Never mind. I would totally do that to her. I do overtalk her today. But Katina was talking about, pressures of women, things like that, and how sometimes some men out there don't fully understand what a woman's day is like, and that we're getting pressure from society to be a certain way, from our husbands to be a certain way, to be able to work, deal with all the kids, cook, clean, do it all. And because they work, they shouldn't have to do anything. So Katina, why don't you tell me a little bit more about your situation and why you're so frustrated? Because I get it. My man don't do this to me, but what her do, girl,
Well, it's just
leave.
annoying to me. Like, just because you're working doesn't mean there's not shit to do. And I get you're tired. Fuck, I am tired. Like, I have kids all day. We're gonna start homeschooling the boy. Like, he has a lot of appointments. He does ABA in the morning. But there's a lot of running around. I mean, he has brain balance, so, like, there's that. And then, like, we're gonna fit school in there. And he thinks he's being fucking helpful, and he's not. Like, you're stressing me out more. Just don't help me then. I'll just do it myself. Like, in his head, he thinks he's helping me. And I was like, you're making it worse. Stop. Like, I get you're trying, but it's not what I need, and you're not listening to me.
That can be a tough place to be at, And I get what she's saying. Like, we have to remember too, like, we've come a long way, in 100 years as far as men's involvement in child rearing. Okay, we absolutely have. I'm not saying we haven't made leaps and strides, but like sometimes we forget too, like the own pressures we put on ourselves.
I mean, that's true.
Society does say, you needed to be able to like raise your child right, be able to take them out in public, do this. But let's be honest. Children are inherently the most selfish creatures you will ever meet. And we all know if a child has to be trained. Okay, they're like wild animals. And you are a wild animal trainer. And that training takes 18 plus years. And even then, I'm sure my mama still thinks she didn't get it right.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah.
So we going into this, when you feel like you're constantly battling your children and like, gosh bless my sister's heart. She's got 2 autistic children, so 4 total.
I always feel
half
like
of them
I'm
are
battling.
autistic. So she's got multiple other challenges with, her oldest and youngest are her ones that do not have autism.
Disabilities.
So her 2 middle children do. That takes a lot of time too and pressure away from her other kids. And they feel that. Mm-hmm. So on top of everything you're trying to do for those kids, and sorry, but behavior is going to trump
It does.
everything in your household because your child's behavior matters. Now, her daughter does not have the outburstic behavior child, but that girl's mouthpiece.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you.
The other day, I was like, I can't believe you just said that.
She learned to control herself until she gets home.
And then it's always, I'm telling the truth, Mom. It's fine. There's something you need to say and not say.
But with that autism too, like they don't have that filter, that ability to not say what's on their mind because like society says so.
Okay to say, not
All right,
okay.
now we're going to get into some issues. Because here's what I'm going to say. There is nothing wrong with the brutal honesty. Does that hurt your feelings? Sure. But people need to learn how to take that. I'm sorry if my kid just said that you're fat, but you are clearly obese. Okay? And she didn't say it to be mean. She was stating a fact. And facts don't care about your feelings. You want me to punish my kid because she asked about the fat lady? Well, I'm sorry, you got offended because you're fat. You're mad at her for using that to describe you. I'm like, okay, but your autistic child can't help that. Okay, yes, but your autistic children can't help that. I'm sorry, they just can't. Those social norm things, they don't have that like you and I are taught, and I'm very much what you would call a masker. Whatever situation I am in, I will be the chameleon and I will adapt.
Yeah, that's legit, true.
Because that's what I was taught to do. Mm-hmm. Observe and act like the people around you.
Yeah, I feel like that's your super, because I definitely cannot, I do not have that trait. My face will tell you everything I'm feeling.
Oh, yeah, that resting bitch face, yeah. So, when you have kids like that, it can be difficult, but this is where I butt in and, I'm not going to yell at my kid for pointing out a fact.
I mean, I don't
Now, if
yell
they
at
were
her.
calling you like names and shit, okay, now my kid needs to be reprimanded. But we have to remember, like, because our kids are blunt and direct and to the point, a lot of people don't like confrontation. You should be fine with confrontation. Confrontation
really
is okay.
A problem how many people cannot handle, and I think it's just because Dad put us in so many like uncomfortable situations because we had to learn, you know. So I guess for us it really is like, oh, cool, but like even the kid's dad, like, confrontation is not safe. It's not okay. It is like,
yeah, you
almost
call him out on anything.
detrimental.
He gets upset. Like, he gets visibly upset, and he is offended at you for
And it
calling
is
it
so
what it is. A
weird
spade's a
to
spade.
me.
Walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's a goddamn duck.
Well,
I'm not going to call it a bird or, you know, a robin to please you.
And the problem is I'm very direct. I always have been.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for him, I mean, and I don't say feelings. Like, I very much am the direct, blunt, like, it is what it is. Kind of probably why my middle child acts like that.
I think it's hilarious. I love this little girl. She's my bestie. Come, you don't have something nice to say? Come sit next to me.
She encourages it. It's fine. And I'll look at her and she'll be like, well, Aunt Alicia says. And I was like, we don't always have to listen to her.
I love it. I think we should.
But yeah, the lack of confrontation or just the uncomfortability of it mind boggles me because it's a part of life.
Being uncomfortable is a part of growth too. And I know, like, we live in a society where we try to shelter our children to the point where they can't even confront us. You know, like, a lot of parents don't let their kids call them out on their bullshit. My kids absolutely have the free reign to call me out. There's too many of them. Yep, I know I suck at that. Yes, you do. My son absolutely has to get me up at 8 o'clock to take his sister to school by 8:15. Absolutely. I am not a morning person. I never will be. Do people be like, oh, you put that responsibility in your kid? My kid takes on that responsibility.
Yeah, but is it really putting
I don't have to put it
on your kid? Because even my oldest will do so many things that I don't even ask. And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm not putting it on her. That's her being I mean, one thing I can say about her, she really is so responsible for her age. And like, she is so sweet. And I think, like, you said that, though, too, where I really have to look at myself sometimes and be like, ooh, she's saying the truth, and I'm making her feel like that's not okay, and that's not okay. Like, you should be able to tell me how you feel, like, and you shouldn't be afraid of my reaction.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that's what it comes down to, is she very much, or it's like, are you mad at me? I'm not mad. And she's like, but your face. And I was like, you can't go off my face. It's not.
She's got rusty bitch face like a motherfucker, okay? I'm sorry. Unless you're making her laugh, she looks like she gonna kill you. Like, are you approachable?
No, I definitely am not.
She is. She really is.
But yeah, I mean, you make a good point about being able to call people out on their, even like your children being able to do, and feeling, like you said, comfortable. And that's one thing I realized I really have to work on my oldest son, is making her feel comfortable to be able to talk to me and have those
I get mad, like, and you can be frustrated. Like, I get frustrated with my kids. I was like, when they say something I don't like, and I have to look at myself and stop myself and say, why don't I like it? Because it's true, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
That's true.
And sometimes I have to look at them and be like, I'm going to need a minute to process my feelings on this. I've had to remind myself, like I do. And like, either I'm going to be like, no, they ain't wrong, and I'm going to go back in and have a good old time with my kids, or I'm going to be like, all right, y'all, I would like to clarify some things. I think I need more here than what, so I make sure I make the right emotional reaction to this.
And I know my emotional reactions are not, like, I have to control them a lot. Like, I very much,
And we got to remember that. You're naturally defensive.
I am.
You know, when we feel attacked, but you also live in a home, too, where your partnership with your children's father is reactive. And it's judgmental.
It is.
You know, like, he doesn't have your back. He's not coming at you to say, like, or to question or ask or get more information on what you're doing. He's coming at you and he's attacking you. Like, why'd you do that? Why are you allowing that to happen? And you have to justify your action.
Well, and I feel like,
why wasn't laundry done? Like, is it clean? All right, did I fold it? Fuck no. I've been dealing with behaviors all day.
What? Seriously, I was like, I put clothes in the laundry. I don't know what else you want from me today? I mean, like yesterday, you're right. My son, oh my God, he destroyed the house. An hour, I had to put him in that cold shower because I didn't know how to get him to stop hurting people and running around. And like, it was, and the oldest, bless her soul.
He needed a reset. That cold shower thing actually was kind of a really good thing.
Yeah. I didn't know what else to do. And I texted his dad. I was like, I threw him in the fucking shower. I was like, I don't know. And he started laughing. I was like, I don't know what else to do when he's running around hurting people and not following simple directions. Like, I can't help that.
Yeah, that's where I grabbed that flip-flop. Okay. And Abuela used to pinch under the arm. What are you doing? You stop that right now, you know?
And like, it was a really hard morning. And I know even my oldest, like, you could tell even going to school, like, I was like, I'm sorry. I don't, like, I know that you're struggling with this because I had to deal with his behavior. Like, and that's where, again, where they see it. I can't be with them. it was an hour. And then, like, yesterday we had cross country and he's kicking and screaming, you want me to be hangry? You want me to act like this? That's not an excuse to act like this, sir. I will get you a snack as soon as your sister figure out what we're doing with her. You don't get to do that. Running around, laughing, kicking me, trying to hit the last child. And I'm just like, is this, come on, you know better. But of course, like, rationally, he can't think like that. And it's a lot of, I have to say, like, flexibility and a lot of just, like, in the time doing something or trying to, I mean, I literally take his hands and hold them like this so he can't do anything. What else am I supposed to do? We're in public, you're running around. But it's exhausting.
I have to do that with Izzy, and it is exhausting. And it's
so exhausting.
It's a battle, and especially we have to remember, like, raising girls and boys is different. Boys do tend to be more violent, and like, and not to say that violence doesn't have its place. I mean, we have to remember, you know, hunter-gatherer days, like, a young boy like him would have already, at his age, been shipped off with the men to start training.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what he would have been doing. Well, what does a young boy do now? And for me, I feel like a young boy his age does not have any place trying to sit for 8 hours a day in a school. You know, and you wanted to make him okay. You know, so now he's got pent up aggression, attention-seeking behaviors, not wanting to be there. He has no way to release it.
Oh, and he's so ridiculously smart. So smart.
Oh, and yeah, very intelligent.
So ridiculous.
Highly intelligent child.
Like above average intelligence. Which also, too,
but
in
male.
itself is also another thing, though, because he knows he's different. Like, you're not hiding that. I'm done with my work. Why is it taking 15 minutes for these other kids to finish it? Yeah. Like, I mean, and patience, I mean, he's 7. We don't have patience.
No 7-year-old does. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it. So, I mean, now, I mean, he just started ABA therapy this week we're doing 4 or 5 hours a day.
A day.
He's at a clinic.
Okay, that's a time commitment. I don't care who you are as far as moms go, but she is doing the necessary to help her child. That's a day, 4 to 5 hours a day of ABA therapy.
And then we do our brain balance 3 days a week. That's another hour. And then,
so she's doing the things.
We are, but I think the outcome, I'm really looking forward to the outcome. We did it with our middle child, and the outcome was like night and day. I still get compliments from all my family about how great she is and how they never thought she would be here and how...
Well, what's great is like her autism diagnosis was one of those where she would never be able to function on her own. So she would have to live at home for the rest of her life. With ABA therapy and the 40 hours a week that she did with that one, her child will now be able to live a normal life. Besides those, you know, quirks that all autistic kids have, she will be completely fine on her own. And that is an amazing feat, because we all know that can be such, for parents of children with disabilities. I don't have those levels. I don't have that problem with my children.
It's
I
hard.
know that can be a relief.
Like, what... It's so hard because I get why some parents can't, or like you can't afford to, or like the commitment, and like especially if you like don't have a partner to rely on to help you, like that would be very hard to do. And I understand that, and I mean I'm very fortunate that I was able to have a partner to help me do it so that I could get her where she is now. And like we said, we're doing it with my son now, but it's just for me, I have to change my whole schedule. I already don't do go to change. I'll do it. I love him. I want him to be most successful, but I think I'm almost mourning a life in a way, though. Like, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. I mean, because it is. You are losing a life. I mean, and I know what you went through with Acadia.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean...
That was so hard.
I can never, ever have enough respect for my sister's commitment to her children. And just the fact that she did that when most mothers couldn't, you know, and like she had the capabilities and she did it. But that was hard on her. That was traumatic for her. Her whole life for 3 years. This was a 3-year commitment at 40 hours a week. Revolved solely around her child.
And we had PT, OT, and speech on top of that, too. So like, it was balancing. But, like, we had other children, too. And, like, that was also hard, too, because they didn't understand. And you can't explain because they're too young to understand. And then, like, they see this and they're jealous. And, like, there's other problems that come up. And it really is a balancing act.
Just got a text from my son. They want to go. He wants to take his little brother to the library. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay. Oh, I was wondering.
They're like, we're ready to go to the library. I had to have him do some chores first, you know. Laundry needed to get done. Make sure everyone's showered. Clothes are put away. Perfect. All right, off you go.
Yeah.
Oh, my kid's going to the library. But like you said.
I think I'm just very overwhelmed now because I'm doing it again. It was hard the first time, traumatic, lonely, like there's a lot of feelings, there's a lot of like people don't understand, and we talked about the shame, and we talked about like how your kids should act, and like also like how you feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing like I want to really work on is like building that community, like because I realize I'm isolating myself. Like it's me doing it because I think my kid's supposed to act a certain way, or like I feel like parents are judging me. Really, I don't even think parents care, quite frankly.
And sometimes, like, here's the thing though, like there is a level of societal shame that comes with not having a normal child. I don't care who you are. There is. It's an underlying current that's there. You do get looked at differently because we all know our children with autism look like every other normal child. So then they look at us like there's something wrong with us, and because we can't control our kid, without them realizing that that's autism. And when they do realize that, okay, fine, they finally feel like a slight little guilt and like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Like, yeah. Thank you. Sure, but it doesn't. Why are you judging me anyway?
And I think that's the difference too. With the middle child, we felt like we had to explain her behavior all the time. Like, and we like consistently did. This time, I don't feel like I have to explain. Like, it is what it is. I'm taking care of my kid. Like, I guess maybe I just don't care anymore. Or, like...
I think you're not letting other people's judgment of you dictate how you're doing.
How I'm doing it.
And that's a hard thing. I think there's always an underlining judgment we all judge. At some point, you know? And there's nothing really that we can do about that. You know? And here's the thing. Like, we're not judging to be dicks sometimes, but we all have an opinion.
Humans are judgmental by nature. Like, we've talked about this.
You know, but do I try to always see the best, or do I try to, like, give my, you know, well, this could be it, or this, or that? You know, I absolutely try to. I have no room to judge, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. The choices I've made in my life and the situations I've been in, I have come to the conclusion I don't judge anyone for what they needed to do to survive.
Well, and I feel like, too, that I'm also more, I guess, aware, too, where, like, I see other people, and I guess I just feel more sympathy, because, like, it's something you can't see, and, like, knowing that I've got, like, what I've gone through and my experiences, I think it's just made me, like, more perceptive and more, I guess, understanding, which I feel like all of us could do some more understanding, quite frankly.
Empathy, universal love, community, yes, we need all those things. You know, I think we don't realize how important those things are, not just for ourselves, but like for our children, you know, because we can't give if our tanks aren't full.
That's true.
You know, she runs on empty more often than not.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm always on empty. And like parents who have kids with this, I hope that this gives you some relief too, that there is understanding. Because I think my biggest thing was I felt like there was no one who understood and no support. Because I feel like we don't talk about it enough.
Well, and there's not, and it's hard too, and like... In our family, you know, we only have one other child that has that autism or has disabilities.
Yes, that's true.
You know, and so, I mean, otherwise most of the kids don't. So, I mean, some of those older kids get real mean sometimes to the younger kids that are.
Oh, they are. Like, I know even...
What is he doing, Jair? Get out of the tree. Let him climb the tree. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, they were yelling at him. I was like, dude, that is the least of my worries.
Right?
Let him climb the tree. I don't care.
No, you can't be up there.
It's gonna be fine.
Just because your mama wouldn't let you climb a tree, we let our kids climb trees.
I mean, that's true. She would never.
She would never know.
Trees.
No, she wouldn't.
But yeah, no, I think it's just getting to my new normal and like figuring out. I guess
especially with winter coming.
Oh, I'm
you know that's one of the other things. Like we live in the Midwest here, and we know our winters can be cold, dark and isolating.
And gloomy.
You know? And unfortunately, my sister does not drink at all, so she doesn't go to the bar to go hang out.
No.
I did get her to start doing darts with me, so she is a full-time dart girl now.
I'm not good, but it's fine.
But it gets her out once a week to hang out with other women, you know, and like she drinks her Diet Coke.
It's a good team.
She counts my drinks and looks at me funny.
Oh, I mother her all
I'm
the
from
time, but
Wisconsin.
she don't fucking listen. So.
Oh yeah, is that your 5th drink this hour? Oh, watch it, Pete. Hold on.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
driving, right? Woohoo! I love having a sober driver.
Oh my god, it gets so annoying sometimes. Just shut the fuck up. I can't anymore. Like, I do not want to hear you.
I got music. It's fine. I'll just stare out the window.
She's really good at ignoring me, so we're good.
We found a nice healthy balance for each other. Like, I am definitely one of those, I recharge my batteries by people. You know, I joined dance class, which I also got my sister to do with me on Tuesdays.
Do. It's fun.
So we do belly dancing, and then because I do realize that self-care is super important. I want something for me. I like to dance. I've always liked to dance. And so having a place where I can, and I'm learning a new dance and something else, you know, and it makes me feel empowered, makes me feel like a woman. You know, like being able to do my sexy dance. Ooh, look at me go!
Oh my god.
Get back to my roots. And then, you know, darts is good.
Roots. Okay.
Well, we have descended from gypsies.
Her history.
Water witches, you know, they do belly dancing, and I think it's a great ab or core workout, you know. I got these thick thighs to go with this nice booty.
Oh my gosh, I was looking at the girls. Not that this is bad. They all have thick thighs, and I was like, you guys are going to thank me when you're older for that. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's what Mom always said, and I never believed her. And I was like, oh my gosh, she was right. Who would have thought?
I don't know if I necessarily am thankful for my thick thighs, but I have grown to love my curves. that is our show for today.
Our show for today.
We hit our 20-minute limit, so we kind of were looking, and we kind of are letting it on a good note. Questions, concerns, chiming in comments. I mean, ladies, we're here for you. There's
if
something
there's anything you want to talk about, let us know. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Clearly, we can talk about nothing.
And everything at the same time. This is our therapy. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks for listening.
Our next once-a-week therapy session.
I agree. You guys don't know this, but you're all therapists. Hate you.
Just glorified. That's how I feel as a bartender. I'm just a glorified therapist in Wisconsin that serves you alcohol and has to kick you out and send you home.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny, actually. Well, have a good day. Hopefully it's wonderful. Hopefully you got some sunshine by you.
We did today, so have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.